Hello, you. It's me. And I just wanted to show off my beautiful little kitty Zoe. It has taken a while for her appointment, but today is her appointment to get spayed. And I'm a little nervous about it, but they said she'll be fine. So I just have to take their word. They are professionals and they know what they're doing. But anybody who is a cat parent, you're going to worry a little bit because you want them to be okay. You don't want them to get hurt, blah, blah, blah. So she will do the blood work and then they will make sure she's okay. And then they will spay her. And guess what I added on? I added on a microchip. Guess what? It costs $15. Not real expensive, is it? And I did this because originally when I had her, I was just going to foster her. So when I originally made the appointment, I wasn't planning on keeping her then. Now I am. So I made sure that they microchip her for $15. Not expensive, Amber. To make sure that my kitty, if anything happens to her, that they can track down me and make sure she's okay. Oh, and she also wears a collar too. Just saying. So this video was really just going to be my thoughts on Amber. But I had to throw that in. One, because I'm a little worried about my baby. And two, it doesn't take much to take care of your babies, your fur babies. I mean, I had a real baby too, a human baby as well, that I raised and who's doing amazing. But with fur babies, especially, she has money. I had to save up for this appointment. And I had to make it 6 months in advance so that I could get a discounted rate because I couldn't afford $500 or $600 to have her fixed. But I was patient. I made sure I researched as best I could to find a place that was good, that will do it for a lot lesser price. And, she's good. She's golden. And this is somebody who's broke, who can still find a way to do this for her fur baby. What's Amber's excuse? Besides, she's just a lazy fuck who doesn't give a shit. That's basically it. She makes me so angry. I can't even tell you how angry. But anyway, here is the Amber on her way back to Oklahoma. I guarantee you, the way that she ended that vlog makes me think that her and Tommy have already broken up. And as much as I'm not really a fan of Tommy, I don't really know Tommy. I never really got into her fetishes and all that kind of thing. I don't really care. But I don't blame Tommy for wanting to get rid of her. I could have sworn she said that she was supposed to go to Wisconsin for 5 days or a week. She stayed there a lot longer. She went there at the end of September and just got back now. I mean, come on, that's like about 3 months. 3 months and 5 days are vastly different. I would imagine Tommy's sick of her by now. But yeah, my guess is that they probably have broken up or they will soon. That's just my thoughts, my opinion, what I think. That all means the same thing, but you know what I'm saying. And who could blame them? I don't like Amber, but I didn't like her being so miserable and crying constantly. And I don't think she ever cried over Rarity. I think, in my opinion, I think it's quite possible that Rarity suddenly disappeared so that she could stay longer. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't put it past her at all. Now, do I think that that's actually what happened? Could be. Again, this is all alleged, in my opinion. But I could see Amber doing something like that just to try to get some leverage so she could stay longer. How could anyone be that disgusting and desperate? Like, I can understand being desperate for love, you know, to have someone care for you and love you. I get that. I get that. That's a need that a lot of people have and they crave. And I get that. But at the expense of a beautiful little kitty who you've had for like 8 or 9 years? Come on. That's disgusting. That poor little kitty. I don't think she's around anymore. And I think it's sad when a life is cut short like that. And in vain, for no good reason. I never really had a lot of respect for Amber once I saw through her little ruse. I mean, at first I thought she was quirky and fun and cute, and I was okay with it. Now, you know, now we all know better if we've been watching for any length of time. And I've been watching since Beck. She was with Beck for about 7 months. I think that was the first video that I saw where they talked about that. But, oh my God. There's no redeeming qualities to Amber that I can find. She's a human being. And so I will always wish her well as a human being. I don't want any humans or any living beings to suffer at all. So I guess I would wish that on her. But what I want to know, is she going to continue with Vlogmas? Because here's my question. Last year she didn't want to do Vlogmas because it was too depressing and she was too sad. And honestly, my guess, my opinion, is that she just didn't want to take the time to decorate because it takes too much energy and she's lazy. Is she going to do the same thing? I don't know. I do remember in one of her vlogs this year, she said that she wouldn't do this to her tree, but she's doing it to Tommy's tree because it's Tommy's tree. So is she going to put up her own tree? You know, would she even bother? I mean, we're already on the 12th. You know, that would mean that the Christmas tree wouldn't be up for very long. I usually, when I put one up, I take it down on the 1st of January. But is she going to even bother with it? Or is she going to have her mom do it for her? You know, who knows with her? She just makes me ill. She makes me sick. How does she... Well, rage bait. That's how she's made her living. Enraging people, getting people mad, and getting people talking about her. But I've looked at how many people are actually watching her videos now, and it's not a lot. It's gone down considerably. So, what is she going to do if it all goes away? Or if she can't make enough to pay her rent and bills and, I mean, and her food, for heaven's sake. What's it going to take? Oh, and by the way, I watched The Inkle and I watched Mr. Snowflake Under the Hood. I watched both reacting to her on her drive home. And they seemed surprised that Amber was walking on her pants legs. But she's done that forever. She said many times that the pants that she gets are way too long for her. But they're the only ones that will fit her. So she's got like 20 pair. But instead of hemming them or just frickin' rolling them up, she walks on the pants legs. And they're all torn up and they look gross. And they were right to be grossed out by the fact that she's walking around not just outside, but in the gas station bathrooms that way, which agreed is disgusting. But it would be so simple. I am a short person. I am 5'1". She is somewhere between 5'1" and 5'3". It changes all the time, so it's hard to say. But I am a short person. There had been times where I had to buy larger pants and I had to hem them. Or I just rolled them up because I didn't want them dragging on the ground. Simple fixes. I mean, to hem it, even by hand, you cut it, you fold it under, you sew it around. It'll take maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours, depending on how slow you are. I have a little bit of arthritis in my hands, so sometimes it's harder than others. But it really doesn't take that much effort. And she could just fold them under and tape them on the inside. She could do that. I've seen people do that. Or, like I said, just roll her pants up. I've done that many a time if I just don't want to take the time to cut it and hem it. I just don't understand her. It's simple. But she won't even do that. She won't even hem her frickin' pants. Why would I think she would take care of her pets? I thought at least, was she a great pet parent? No, I never thought she was a great pet parent. Especially when she left poor little Twinkie shivering in pain so she could go out to dinner. That pissed me off to no end. I was watching Michael B. Petty, who was talking about it, and he's the one who actually showed that 6 minutes from where they ate was a 24-hour emergency pet clinic or pet vet, whatever, veterinarian hospital. She could have, 6 minutes, she could have brought Twinkie there and left Twinkie there while she ate dinner and then picked Twinkie up again. You know what I'm saying? Like, how the amount of laziness is baffling. Baffling. She should never have pets. I don't know how Wasabi has lived this long or Twinkie has lived this long. I would say it's probably due more to the ex-girlfriends than Amber herself. But I thought at least she loved them. I really did. I thought at least she didn't think of her pets as a, what do they call it? Like a accessory. I thought she actually cared for her pets. But more and more now, I don't think she does. She uses them. And her language of, oh, they love me so much, is just gross. It's just gross. Amber, you're so gross. You're just not a good person. And that's why I don't like watching her directly. And honestly, the only reason why I watch reaction channels is because they make me laugh. They're fun. The ankle is fun. I've really been enjoying Mr. Snowflake / Under the Hood. He's been a lot of fun too. I've had some ups and downs with him, but he just is humorous and it's a good time to watch him. I've been enjoying him too. And of course, Karina. Love Karina Kaboom. Sometimes Salty Crab. I'll watch her. But I love the reaction channels, and I love how it's no holds barred. They talk about Amber as she is. She's disgusting, and she's lazy, unbelievably lazy. She won't even help herself. She could hire a tailor to hem her pants for her, and she would not have to do anything but stand there so they can mark it, and then they could do all 20 pair of pants or whatever she has. They could do it. She wouldn't have to do anything. But she can't even do that. She couldn't go out and look for her beloved pet of 8 years or so. How fucking lazy can you be? Ugh, she's so gross. This is why I stepped away from her. I've come back just to see what's happening, and God, I don't like what I see. But I guess it's somewhat entertaining. I don't know. The people, the commentators are what make it entertaining. They're so much fun. And by the way, Goomis is so adorable. The ankle and his beautiful goo. Oh my god. I could watch them forever. Anyway, Amber's gross. My cat is getting fixed and chipped today. Only $15 for the chip. Not expensive. Really easy to do. So I'm just kind of waiting around until she's done and ready to go home. And I've got a new little neck pillow thing for her, so she'll be comfortable. And you know, I get to take care of my little boo boo while she heals. And I like to do that. I like the bond that it brings you closer together, and that bond is so strong and so wonderful. And I enjoy taking care of my boo-boos. I have her, and I have my other cat, Jax. And I just love taking care of them, playing with them, doing all the things that a pet parent does. Does Amber do any of those things? I don't see it. I don't like her. That it just comes down to, I don't like her. She's not a good person. She doesn't do good things. But I've invested so many years in watching her. It's hard to not come back and look at what's going on and then realize why you were so disgusted by her in the first place. Anyway, update. I can't say that this is a happy... Well, it's happy because my beautiful little Zoe is going to be fixed. She'll heal. She'll have her chips, so if she gets lost, they'll be able to find me. And that's a happy note. Fuck Amber. Anyway, that's all I got to say.